These are the top 5 worst blunders by grandmasters. So this first one is between Alexander Belyavsky and Nigel Short. So Belyavsky plays f6 check, which just basically gives up a pawn. But I think what Belyavsky was trying to do is he was trying to go and win these 2 pawns. But if you try and go here, then I push, and your bishop has to actually look out for the square, so it can't actually take, and your king is just going to gobble these pawns, because they're in dark squares and this bishop is light. So basically he just blundered into a losing endgame, Belyavsky. But here, Nigel Short makes one of his worst blunders, because the first move that comes to any person's mind is this move right here. But he plays king e6, blundering the game on the spot to bishop c8 checkmate, which Belyavsky found. So this next game is between Lev Petrosian and David Bronstein. So apparently Bronstein here, who's with the black pieces, was in serious time trouble. He could probably only play like 4 moves until his time limit would have been reached. But Petrosian is playing super fast and he's super confident. He plays queen d6 and which is a good move, by the way, it's not the blunder. And he just walks out of the table and starts walking around. And then Bronstein just blitzes out knight f5 because he's in time trouble, obviously. And then Petrosian just walks back to the board and plays knight g5 immediately and just blunders his queen in one move, and which is kind of crazy because he just played knight g5, just walked around again, and then just lost his queen. And then the crazier part is that he resigned. He probably should have just gone here, forking this. Bronstein had seconds on his clock. He was gonna lose this game on time for sure with so many pieces left. So this is kind of a double whammy because he didn't have to resign. He could have flagged Bronstein easily and won the game. But I don't know. That's just interesting drama. Okay, so this next one is between Deep Fritz, who's a computer, and Vladimir Kramnik. So, Deep Fritz, the computer, is on the white side, and Kramnik is with the black pieces, and it's from a dead even position. It's 0.00 according to Stockfish, and Kramnik plays queen e3, trying to get a trade of queens, but blunders mate in 1 with queen h7, which is crazy because it's a dead even position, and he just didn't realize that knight f8 was threatening queen h7 mate. What he should have done was escape with king g8, but he just blundered mate in 1 from a dead even position, which is pretty crazy because, it's a grandmaster, so hopefully these games make you feel better about yourself. So the next one is between Samuel Reshevsky and Vladimir Savon. Okay, so here Reshevsky takes the pawn on f7, and the king goes to h6, and it's mate in 3 for Reshevsky with g5. If you take like this, for example, if you take like this, rook h8 is just mate in 1. So you have to take with the king, and then it's mate in 2 with h4, and then queen f4, checkmate. The king covers here, the queen covers all the squares, check. It's mate in 3. But Reshevsky gets some sort of blindness and plays queen's g6 check, and he probably just extended his hand out, stopped the clock, because he thought it was checkmate. But Savon just immediately plays bishop g6. Reshevsky didn't see the bishop. The bishop from 10,000 miles away captures the queen, and then Reshevsky just immediately resigns. Really crazy. He had mate in 3, and instead blundered his own queen, and just resigned the next move. Okay, so this next game is between Jamie Emma and Leonid Stein. And this one is actually really crazy. So you can see here that Leonid Stein has a crushing position. He's down a pawn, 1 point of material, not just a pawn, but look at this. This queen cuts off the king from entering. This king has no breathing room, and all of white's pieces except for this queen are literally on the back rank. And this knight infiltrating this bishop has a large diagonal. You could probably go here or something. But Stein plays queen c2 and hangs his queen in one move. But it gets even crazier, because his opponent doesn't see that. He does not see this capture. He does not see knight c2. He plays rook d7, attacking this guy and this guy. I mean, it's like he blundered his queen, but his opponent didn't see this, and that too at the grandmaster level. And then obviously he had to move his queen back, because I'm sure he just saw that move the moment he played it. The reason you cannot play this is because of a fork, and eventually the game ended in a draw. I mean, I'm sure white felt so bad after this game. I know that white was absolutely devastated. Absolutely devastated. I mean, a queen blunder. This looks like a 500 elo game, but it's not. And that would be the last game, so I hope you enjoyed.